Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, Forged Irish Stout. We're here. Spencer Fearon. Spencer, I appreciate you jumping on short notice. Let's dive straight into it. Breaking news, Ryan Garcia misses weight by over £3, has to pay a heavy fine. Won't be probably that heavy in comparison to all the money he's making, but he's just put a tweet out as well to follow this up saying, I feel great. I've got a £3 advantage. Let's go. Winners do what they have to. I'm still sharp. Now, just wow. Like, I don't even know what to say about this anymore. Like, you any thoughts on this?
So what we're trying to say is that we are having a light welterweight versus a welterweight, or a junior welterweight versus a welterweight.
Yep.
That's what we're having. This is no surprise to me on everything that's been going on pertaining to Ryan Garcia. And the unfortunate thing I would say, Matt, is that here is a young man that should be working from value and not striving for value. There is a massive difference. When you working from value, you become a consummate professional, like not missing weight, like showing the respect to the pugilistic art that has given you a massive platform. But my major concern is that mentally, I don't believe that he's eligible to fight. We're seeing all these telltale signs and everything else, and the sport needs protecting. And the only way that you can protect the sport is by protecting the participants that are involved in the sport. Yeah. And like I'm saying, he has to, you know what I mean? I'd like to know who's around, who's mentoring him, who's like that elder head around him that can pull him to one side and can hold him up and say, you know what, this is going to be okay, but we need to readjust things and we need to take care of things. Or are we just looking at this like this is just a money-making scheme and a money-making machine, and all the nuts and bolts that are involved in it? Who are the professional fighters that we don't actually care for them? I hope that is not the case.
Just picking this back up, I was mentioning there with the elders around him, Oscar De La Hoya's, Bernard Hopkins, and I mentioned there, but he seemingly has passed from what everyone's saying, the mental evaluations and all this kind of stuff. He's had drugs tests, which he's passed as well, and he's come out and said that himself. And I'm looking, thinking, what can they do? You know, when you've got a contract in place, if they were to say, look, we ain't putting this fight on because all this, would that then, Ryan could then take that and go, well, hang on, I'm saying I'm willing to fight. I've passed all my tests. Are their hands almost tied in a way?
You also ask yourself this, you're saying like, are their hands tied? Hasn't it got more to do with the fact like you being a professional boxer, you are a commodity. That's what you are, right?
Yeah.
You could have personal preference to certain fighters, but as I've said on many occasions, that a professional fighter, you are chewing gum, right? And when that taste goes out of that Hubba Bubba or that Wrigley spearmint gum, what do? You spit it out and then you replace it, right? So the realization of this sport, or the seriousness of this sport, is more so when you're seeing people who are walking around on their heels right now. You're seeing people who go through trial and tribulations through certain things. We look on the physical aspect, but the major part that should be taken into consideration is the mental.
Yeah.
Right? And, you know, if you got a car and you're whizzing it around, what do? You take it in for a service. You know what I mean? If your back's hurting you a little bit, you go to see the doctor, you go get an x-ray. You know what I mean? Sometimes mental health cannot be evaluated. You say, well, he's passed all the mental tests. What do you mean he's passed all the mental tests? Yeah. Does that look like somebody to you that is mentally stable? Yeah. Right? And no, and this is not February 25th, 1964, the build-up to Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston when Ali was going on all crazy and everything else. Ali had a cause and a purpose that he was fighting for. There's a big difference. Yeah. Right? I'm seeing some people say, oh, the similarities. There is no similarities. I'm just going to be real to you on this, right? We can obviously see that the guy's got some form of mental health issues there,
Yeah.
right? And there's nothing wrong with having mental health issues because, do you know what? If I was to be out and I put on a few pounds, I'm saying I got a weight issue. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing, mate. It's nothing. Do you understand? We got to stop using it as a taboo subject. But if somebody's is demonstrating like certain signs that don't seem too right, but this is the thing. Life has become crash TV where we enjoy watching the demise of people, or do you know what I mean? And then if they do come out victorious, then it's like, oh, let's see, it was all a game. No, there are obvious issues there that need to be addressed. I'm just being real.
I think one of the things I would say is for the people who thought this was all one big troll, if it was that, you would half expect him to turn up to the weighing scales, bang on weight and go, I'm here, kind of thing, as if to say, look, I have told you, but he hasn't. So this to me is like just that final stamp.
It's like, it is. It's like a telltale sign. But you know what? It is what it is. I just hope that the two men go out tomorrow night and give us a fantastic fight, and that nobody gets seriously hurt. You know, that's my major concern.
Is Devin Haney in a, I want to say, like almost a lose-lose situation here?
No, he's not. Devin Haney and his father Bill should be commended for the art of professionalism that they've demonstrated.
100%.
Right? And as far as I'm concerned, Devin Haney is a consummate professional, right? And especially the backlash that he got after the Teofimo win, right? How he boxed amiably against Regis Prograis was incredible, right? It was a masterclass of a performance. So I think it doesn't matter what happens. Devin Haney is expected to win, but we're still a what-if possibility, right? I just believe that what-if possibilities has gone out the window, but this is professional boxing and crazier things have happened.
Yeah. Well, like you said, I think the important way to end this is whatever happens, God willing, everyone comes out of this safe and sound, and there's a winner, there's a loser, and everyone moves on from this situation, because it's been one hell of a ride to get to fight night. It really has. Spencer, appreciate your thoughts and opinions on this fight.
Thank you very much. And also got to say, I'm heading down to Birmingham tomorrow for the Muslim Boxing Awards, which is being put on by Legal Blows. It's going to be hosted by Amir Khan. Legal Blows and Platinum Promotion. So I've got to give them a shout out, give them a very, very big up. I'm looking forward to the evening's festivities, and we'll just take it from there. But always a pleasure, my bro. Love.
Yeah, I love it. Appreciate it. Thank you for jumping on, Spencer.
Cool, man.